Jesus, the Romans ruled much of the world. Romans taxed their people heavily and often punished them severely for minor violations of the law. Even though Jews and Samaritans were forced to live together under the oppressive Roman rule, they hated each other for hundreds of years before the birth of Christ. In fact, they were descendants of the original tribe of Israel. In order to understand the message of the skit, it is important to note that Jesus Christ was a Jew. Jesus knew that most of his fellow Jews disliked all Samaritans. So he told the good story of the Good Samaritan to challenge their ways and urge them to see that there is good inside all people. A traveler was once walking along the path of Jerusalem to Jericho. The path to Jericho is rough and very rugged. About halfway, there is a huge boulder offering a very convenient place for robbers to wait for travelers. There are also many other places to hide along this lonely road, earning its reputation as the way of blood. Jesus knew that this, and somewhere on this narrow trail, we are given the setting of the story of the Good Samaritan.
Somewhere along the path, thieves waited in hiding. The thieves came out. They took advantage of the traveler, taking everything he had. He had little to offer, for all they took was his clothing. Perhaps his lack of worldly goods reflected their own poor choice of a victim, for they left him wounded and nearly dead. Soon another man walked by. He was a priest. The priest examined him and extended no passion toward the agony and destitute condition of a man. Another man chanced by that day, a Levite. The Levite checked to see if the man was dead. He noticed he was still breathing, but it was getting late, so he decided that he shouldn't help him, for he did not want the same fate of the stranger. But shortly, a Samaritan, one with whom the Jews had no dealing with and even hated, he passed that pay and came upon the man who was most certainly dying from blood loss, injury, and exposure. The Samaritan started to help him up. He cleaned him and took the traveler to the innkeeper. The Samaritan paid for the stranger to stay the night, and the innkeeper happily accepted. The kind, generous benevolence paid to this poor stranger has been retold in every generation since. It will forever exemplify a Christian attitude toward those in need without respect for race, wealth, or standing in the community. Likewise, none will be praised for the "it's not my problem" attitude of the priest or Levite. Thank you.